Hello, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place to find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we are here with our money mindset coach. I've been hearing so much about how our minds affect our money. I am so excited to have you in the house today, coach, because it
Always
all
happy to
starts
be here. Always happy to be here.
it all starts in the mind, doesn't it?
Yes. Oh my God.
Yes. So I want to give a shout out to my partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur, tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups. We're the Biz Chicks, and welcome to the conversation. We're
Mhm.
here with Coach Caren, and she is all about your money and your mind, girl. Until you get your mind straight, your money is not going to be in order.
I'm telling you, it's all tied up in the mind.
It's all about how we think. So, Coach, we are so glad to have you here this morning. Coach Caren is here from Profits in Daily.
Mhm.
You can find her on her Facebook page, Instagram, and other social media sites under Coach Caren, Profits in Daily.
Yes.
So, Coach, what's going on
So
today?
today, let me begin this way.
We want
We
to thank everybody who's tuned in and who's watching on the replay. We want to
Yes,
say,
thank you.
hey,
We appreciate
welcome
you.
to the conversation. Yes, indeedy. Hmm.
Mm. Yes, and all this month we've been talking different forms of money, in our business. We started off with branding and understanding the feeling. On the 8th, we talked about the meaning of profits. On the 15th, we talked about revenue. And last week, we talked about why must a business make profits. And this week we're continuing and we're talking about how can I make profit in my small business, because we know overall, but how can I make profit in my small business? We have to really start thinking beyond our small business, but while we're there, we need to know how we make money so that we can continue this trend as we grow, you know because when you grow and you don't look after yourself, I can give you this little story here. If you're growing but you're not feeding well, after a while, what happened to your plant? If it's plants, the plants die if you're not feeding it well. If it's your kids, all sorts of things happen to them. So, and as a human being, could you imagine your business if you're not looking after it well? You might feel that you're growing, but you're not truly growing profitably. Everything is looking great, everything is blowing up, but are you growing? It's amazing to see how many small businesses don't understand that they don't really have a business or they're not growing. You know, I went, I had an exhibit when I used to do fully focus on my design work. And I got there and I didn't understand a lot of things, but I plunged in because I'm going from a business point of view. And, when you're there for 3 weeks, you form friendships, you're talking to other small business owners, and they become your family for that 3 weeks, 12 hours a day hanging out. And
Hmm.
the more I talk to business owners, the more I realized there's so many of them who were in there that had a boot, but they didn't have a business. You know, they couldn't tell me how they're going to pay back for where they got the money from to get the boot, first of all, and could they pay back for the boot because the boots were so expensive. Everybody keep talking about traffic. Don't worry, the first 2 days it's okay, but the last week you're going to sell out and you're going to be surprised. Well, I'm there for 3 weeks. I want to sell daily, not the last
Okay.
and I was shy at the time in terms of telling people my product and stuff, because I said my product is going to speak for itself. But I learned after the first week, and friends and family came and visit me, so I keep the stall a little busy. But I had to reach out to people. I had to bring out my sewing machine. I had to be there creating so people can see the creator. I had to be interactive, got puzzles going, have people put their hand in the candy jar. Well, not really candy jar, but where you put in your name and number and
Mm.
win something. Like, I had to keep it rolling going. And everybody commended me that I can't believe it's your first year, Caren, and you did so well, because most of us is year 2 or 3 before we make any money. And I'm
Mm.
thinking, what are you doing? Because these are people who are seasoned crafters and sewers and makers and doers. And this is what they do throughout the year. They let me know. I even got a craft book from them, and I start researching and looking at it, because this was, if somebody invited me, that's how I knew about it. And I recognized how many of them was losing money like nobody's business. I mean, and some people, it's hard for them to hear it, but the girl next to me that did ceramic work, she was so fascinated and interested that she says, Caren, I'm going to bend your ears for the next 2 weeks as you sit next to me. Because we sit down and we start real, she stiffed it out. She stayed at hotels when she's doing the show.
Yes.
And she is spending fees. I mean, no matter how much discount the hotel give her, she's got to eat. She's got to go do stuff. And we started looking at ways that she'd cut that cost. She had a mother-in-law and a sister-in-law. She's going to divide the time. Every time she goes somewhere, she need to find people and divide the time. And not for free. You understand? I wanted her to give the people incentives. So they're either going to receive a gift and she's going to give them something, a percentage of what she was going to pay the hotel, because these are people who was willing and wanting to do this for her and would feed her. Most times they don't want her to cook. And I wanted her to show her appreciation for them. Listen, I never went back in there to sell, but I'm going to tell you one thing. That lady took time out to call me to tell me. She says, Caren, this is the first year after listening to you that I have actually seen my profit. I can see where I can go. I can see what's going to happen next year. She says, and I'm going to tell you something, as it was hard for me to say this, but I sat down and I couldn't get over the monies that I thought I was making, that I was not really making. I had money in my bank account. I got credit cards, so it felt like I was making money. But the truth was, I was just spinning my wheels using the little I get to replenish, and it made it appear that I was doing great. That's just some of the work that I do with people. Sometimes because they pay me, sometimes because I see a need and I see I can help, and I just step in and do whatever it is I need to do. I tell people, this is my gifting from God. Totally. This is what he gave me to do. And he trained me along the way. So I got here. This was not overnight. Somebody was talking about TikTok. She says, this is 17 years in the making. You see me as $1 million company, but this was 17 years in the making. Heartbreak. Somebody walked out on me in the midst of me launching my product and looked at me and said, I'm not happy with you anymore. You don't make me happy. And just walk away from me in the midst of everything. And she says, I wanted to crumble. I wanted to die. I said, God, take me now. And he said, no, you got work to do. So she said, when you hear I'm a multimillionaire, it's because of all these things that took place. And I didn't go away. No, I went away and cried. Yes, I crashed and burned, but I got back up. That's the key, guys. Nobody don't go through suffering. Anybody who's made money knows how hard it is. I want you to know it's not about just this rays of sunshine and this beautiful home that you see maybe on Instagram, or we dressing looking nice. There's just so much packed in that. And that's the end results that you're seeing. That's the goodness. And it's okay to celebrate when the goodness comes, because you've been through a lot. You've worked through a lot. Now, that's a mouthful, but I just have to tell you, I'm so proud of her. I don't know the lady, but I was just proud of her saying 17 years in the making.
17 years. And I think that's the deal. We think that people are just overnight successes. And we have a Facebook listener who's saying,
Mark.
And it's important to have benchmarks and goals rather than simply waiting to see what will or will not happen.
Yes.
And have targets, they say.
Yes, agreed. So agreed, Mark. So agreed. Because the road is so long that you get despondent and drop off and don't want to do it anymore. It really is heartbreaking at times. When you become an entrepreneur, you really understand when you become a business owner, a company eventually, because people don't realize also these are stages. You don't just become a company. These are the different things that happen before you become a company. And you get through these and you walk through these journeys and you were there. That's because you understood that you fell and you got it back. You did a lot of self-work and you continue to do self-work. And let me tell you, when you're going through your God-given path, the devil is going to send the closest people to, that the closest people to really terrorize you, to
Mm.
stand there and be bluntly terrorizing you. And sometimes
Oh
you
my
don't
gosh,
notice it right away. But if you start paying attention, you'll notice that they will
crazy.
terrorize the heck out of you. But they're there for a purpose. Because if they leave, new terrorists is gonna appear. So you want to really understand the people that are terrorizing you. You want to not really go fix them. That's not your path. Let God do that. You really want to look after whatever is the message that you're getting. What are you not looking after? Why you're not doing it right? And how could you fix that? Not them, you, and what you need to do. That's what I want to be clear. Don't try to go fixing anybody. That's a God work.
Thank you for clarifying that, because people may be listening on the replay or in the conversation say, "What? I got to go fix somebody?" No.
No, no, don't go fix them. So today we're looking at don't spend too much time on low value activities. And, I tell you this, and I want you to really take it with a grain of salt, because when you're beginning, you're going to spend a lot of time on low value activities. You're gonna, but this is your training ground. So it's okay to be there. The reason though, we say don't spend time, and you hear coaches will say that, and people say, well, give it away to somebody to do whatever. What they're really saying to you is, because they don't go into explanations, I'm going to explain it to you. When you finish that stage, do not stay there. That's what it is. You got to go through the stage, but don't stay there. When you stay there, it is hard to climb. It's like when I say charge what you're worth. I know you're going to start at a place where it's very small, but don't stay there. You got to have, as Mark was saying, the target to go forward. So today I'm going to charge $25 an hour, but in the next 30 days, I'm going to raise my price to 60, 35, whatever number that is per hour, because that's where you start. That's where most people start, because they had a job. I come from a world where business was my first thing, and then I got a job. So I didn't know about hourly charges. So I've always charged per project, per whatever I'm doing. It was never about the hour for me. And so in my scenario, I never had that worry, but I had my own other, stuff, but I didn't have that. But most people are coming from that. And so if you need to know how much you make per hour, then go charge per hour. But remember, as a solopreneur, as a person who's doing this themselves, you're going to have to pay taxes on that money. So if you're charging $25 an hour, $25 an hour is not going into your pocket. Taxes has to come out of that. And if you're like us and you're starting to want to pay into unemployment, then that has to come out also. Federal provincial taxes. There's a bunch of things you want to think about. And if you don't know, talk to a bookkeeper, talk to an accountant, so you understand how much you're actually bringing home. Now, if your goal is to bring home $25 an hour, then you have to make more than $25 to get to $25 an hour. And again, you want to talk to these people because they understand how, for your guys, the IRS, and for Canada, Revenue Canada, how it works, what is taken out of your salary. So you're knowing that to the top. So when you come to your money, you understand. And you understand why you wouldn't stay at a low ticket. Once you learn, you got trained, you understand, you systemized, and now you're ready to pass it on to somebody else. Or you got something that automatic moves people through.
Okay, we have a comment over here, Coach. Our Facebook listener is saying time is valuable. Make sure that you're investing it where you will get a return.
Exactly. So that was going to be my second talk. Do track your time. That's what I was getting to. Do track your time. Again, when you work from home, if you're not disciplined and focused, you're not understanding that you waste more time than actually doing the work. You waste time. And I'm not talking about the sitting still time. I'm not talking about figuring out time. That's not wasted time. That is valuable time. I'm talking about the time where you are doubting yourself. I am talking about the time where you are spending a lot of time doing things that is uncomfortable. So you're wasting time. Scrolling Facebook. I did that when I first came on Facebook. I couldn't understand what I was going to do with Facebook. So I scrolled a lot. Waste a bunch of time. One day I took myself off of Facebook for about a week or about 3 weeks. And I tell you, my productivity level was through the roof. And I was less tired. I was less stressed because I was totally focused and consistent on the work that needed to be done.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to track your time. You want to actually know what your productive day in your business, so you'll know that you're actually being paid. Because your business, when you start out, it's a job. I tell people all the time, it's a job. You're
Mm-hmm.
working in your business, it's a job. Until you can no longer have to work, you're choosing to work, but you don't have to work to bring in money, then you've risen and you've gone into this other place.
Mm.
And number
Wow.
three, and this is 3 out of 7, it's a bunch of things, but time wise, do not make buying, do make buying as easy. However, you need to be paid. However, you need to be paid. Let it be easy for your clients. Don't have them trying to figure out where the pay button is, or where to go to pay you, or how to pay you, or whine about paying you. In my other business, I hear people say, I don't take checks anymore. Well, I do take checks, because the older folks who do not deal with online stuff, they pay by checks. And
Mm-hmm.
their checks are solid because they're on a fixed income. So for our businesses, you can go put their check in the day of and it's going to clear immediately. There's no problem with those older folks. But they're not going to do any swiping. You can't get
Mm-hmm.
them to go online and pay anything.
Well, right now you can deposit it right from your phone while they're standing there. It goes into, I mean, you take a picture of the front and the back and it deposits and you
So
give them back their check. I mean,
So don't complain about if you got all the clients in a specific business, like my business, a lot of those, and they gave me check. I do not whine about the checks. We just do what we got to do with the checks, because it's money and they are paid. They don't, you don't have
exactly.
to. Companies, big companies, and we got a few of those, and they pay via invoice, and they are not sending through your money direct. That's the way they do business. They're not planning to change anytime soon. We got a few of them that is 8, and actually one is about, this year is going to be 17 years. They're
Mm-hmm.
our client. They haven't changed. They got a bigger location. We get more work from them, but they still pay by invoice. We've on the automatic invoice now, so I don't have to send them anymore. It's there, so it just works its way through. But they still pay by company check, and that's how they pay. Problem, you don't have to worry about clearing the money. That's how they pay. Don't be fighting and fussing with people. I mean, if you have clients that don't pay, then
Mm-hmm.
don't serve them anymore. Because when you understand that if you don't serve those clients, you're going to get 2 or 3 more clients, you're going to see how your blood pressure come right down. You're not stressing anymore. Anytime you have a difficult client, they want to leave the service. They don't know how. So they're trying to get out and they're not sure how. Some people just, before I was on the online, I would literally say to clients, if you're having a difficult time with your budget, we can give you a break for a month or 2. How is that going to work? And sometimes they're happy that you're actually offering it versus they leaving, because they're worried about not being able to come back on the board. And I would say you can come back on when you're ready. You come back on the schedule. We just have to get 2 weeks, because we probably will fill your spot. And so, so that they can leave. I'm a coach and I take breaks, because when you coach people, you are taking on some of the stuff from them. And
Absolutely.
I'm not going to try to pretend any other way. I took a 2.5 month hiatus. I haven't coached. I put some of my clients on pause. I told them what's happening. I'm taking a break. I think it was July. So July, August, September. I'll be back. The ones that were in October, they also needed to go fix some things. And then I opened back up my schedule to take new people in October. That's okay. I got to do what works for Caren. I can't sit around crying about it. Oh, I need a break. Oh my God, if I can really get a break. No.
We got to
To my
take a break.
clients, and I say,
Yeah.
I'm taking a break.
Mhm. Now
We'll
we got
resume.
Ann in here. Ann
I,
says it's a good way to put it. We're taking a break.
yep. We're taking a
Mhm.
break, 2.5 months break. I needed to look after some other
Mhm.
things, other ways, and I needed a break on myself. Yes, I needed to look after Karen. I need to get her back in the right frame of mind, and now I can come back fresh, refreshed. One of my clients reached out. She says, "Karen, we are coming back in October, right?" I'm like, "Yes, you're coming back in October. It's okay, not September." She was mixing up the month. I said, "No, I needed the full September off." Because we're winding down, so she's wanting to know. So yes, she'll be back
Mhm.
next week, next month. Yeah. So you need to
Yes.
take time. You need to not panic. You need to,
Self
yes,
self-interest is not selfish.
no, you need to take that time. You need to figure out what you need: mental
Mhm.
space, physical
Mhm.
space, your mind, because we're teaching, we're coaching, we're helping a lot of people, and we need to take care of ourselves. And this is how I do it, and this is how
Mhm.
I stay refreshed and energized, by being able to understand and listen to my mind and my body and what it's asking me to do and do it. Guys, you got to take
Mhm.
care of yourself. You got to take care of your clients, I know, but you got to also take care of yourself. Today is the 29th of September. Not this business only, but I've been in business on this day 48 years.
Oh my goodness.
When I look at the time, when I look back, I'm like, you've been doing this for ages, girl. You're a dinosaur. And I've had several of them, guys. I've been through
Mhm.
several of them. But, each of them taught me and brought me here and bring me through a lot of things to get me here, to feel at this place. So if you're uncomfortable, if it's hard, if you're feeling afraid, if you're worried, it's all part of the process. Just don't stay in any state too long. Don't stay there too long because
Well, our Facebook listener says this. Don't worry, you'll be in the same mess next month that you are now. It's okay to take a break. Anna says, wow, she must have started at a very young age, girl. You've been in business 48 years. You're like, wow, when did you start? You were a child, right?
I started very young, Anna, very young. So, but it's taught me a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
It's one of the things that should really grow. I think it's stretch and grow you. I always say to people, I'm not saying you should leave your job, but if you are feeling stuck and you know what to do, I'm not saying
Mhm.
go start a business, but it's good to look at yourself and see what you're good at and see if it's something that somebody can use or want, because you learn things about yourself that you never thought was possible. That's what business, I find, has done to me and to several people. It'll put you in different areas. It'll really make you uncomfortable, but in a good way, even if it doesn't feel good at the time.
Mhm.
It really stretches and push you and let you learn about people, that you involve in people that you probably would never have interacted with or meet. I remember going to a lot of conference before Corona, and just meeting new people and learning new things and just being involved in an atmosphere of either women conferences or just like a general population conference, and just having a good time. At least I always have a good time because I'm going with an open mind to receive. I'm
There
going
you
to
go.
get what they're going to give me. I'm not
Mhm.
going, well, I know this and I know that. I attend conference really, truly, more notebook, like 2, 3 notebook, and noted, interacted, and having a good time. And I like to go at any conference that had a VIP. I do take the VIP because it's just another level. And even if you can't
Okay.
start there, you should plan for that. You're in the general, you're enjoying, but those where you do the VIP, you get to actually talk to presenters. You're in a smaller group of people. Sometimes 3 to 6 tables, 9 at the most, but you rarely get those one-on-one. You rarely get interaction. You get to sometimes create lasting friendships from those people, because just people like you and I, it's just that they might be in a different level than you, and now you get to learn new things that you never even thought about. So
Exactly. It's like, oh my goodness, what? Okay, we got some comments coming in here. Anna says, here that very good 48 years, that's a lot. of life experience you must have stored up. She says, yep, I have pens and notebooks by my desk all the time. Yeah, because you never
Yes.
know when you're going to get that one thing that's going to accelerate
Yes.
your business.
Yes. You never know. You never know. Because that's
Mhm.
how sudden it come upon us. That's how sudden, you know, well, it
Mhm.
feels sudden, but that's how we gain and how we grow and how we mature in our
Mhm.
experiences. I remember one time I used to be so anxious about things when it doesn't play out how I want, because I was a perfectionist. I wanted things to be just so, no other way.
Well, Anne says that there is some kind of summit going on right now, a vid summit.
Mid Summit.
Okay, tell us
I
more
think I heard
about
about
that.
that.
Put a link in the chat so we can
Yeah.
go over and check it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 I attended a few summit this year. Some were better than others, but I attended a few this year.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I didn't do any summit this year. I did last year and the year before. Sometimes I'm a guest, a
Hmm.
contributor or a presenter and stuff like
Yes.
that. But I
Uh-huh.
didn't do anything this year. They said, do not. I think I rest a lot this year. I got a lot of things
You
straightened
know
out.
what?
I'm
I
gonna lie,
rested a lot
2020.
this um, since this whole thing has started. I think I'm tired of resting now. I think I'm ready.
You're ready. You're ready to
I'm
go.
ready to do something. Such a dynamic.
And when you're ready, you're ready. When you're ready,
Mhm.
you're ready. So that's
Yes.
the truth. So
So
when you're
she
ready,
says
you're
it's an in-person event.
ready.
She'll look into the link. Okay, is that up in your area because you're over on the East Coast, Anna? Okay. All right. So, Coach, let's recap here.
Okay.
Okay. She's put in a link for the summit. I'll show
Okay.
it here on the bottom. Okay,
Okay.
guys, if you want to know more about it, you can follow that link, copy it, and paste it in your browser, and it should take you there. Okay. Go ahead. What were you going to say, Coach?
Yes. So today we covered how can I make a profit in my small business, and you really have to look at how you're spending your time. We talk about don't spend
Mhm.
too much time on low ticket activities, and I explain why. The beginning is fine because you're learning and you're training and you're fine tuning your skill set, and you're making sure that it's um, ready for the public viewing. Let me tell you, when you're doing that, you're gonna make mistakes. You're not gonna do it right. You're creating earrings. One gonna be shorter than the other, not lined
Mhm.
up right. Get that out of the way. Don't feel bad. That's gonna happen to everybody. I don't care how great everybody's product look right now. It was a mess when they began. Okay, and now
Mhm.
it's looking good. So you're seeing the final cut, and they've got more improvement to make. So no, don't worry about that. Take your training seriously and work hard at it. And then do track your time. Be really conscious of how much time you're spending. And the beginning, you're going to spend more time, but take that time and note it down. Start
Mhm.
systemizing things. Anything you do over and over again, build a system around it and keep doing it until it's better. If you're not sure, take a picture of it, do a video of you doing it, and watch yourself again. I don't care if you're cringing, rewatch you waste time, rewatch you not do it right, and then take notes that you're watching yourself so you can correct those things that is not going as planned and fix it and keep fixing it, and then get a friend or two and pass it on and ask for their feedback. If you don't have any, start looking out and finding people. Reach out to people, say hi, I want to talk with you. I see you, my spirit take you, can we meet for coffee on Zoom? Talk to them, ask them if they will be willing to do certain things with you over time. Of course, not right away, but build friendship. I built so many friendships online. Some people try to sell to me, I don't care, and some people are genuinely just want to be my friend and I want to be
Mhm.
theirs.
Mhm.
Understand? And you're not selling them anything right away, you're just talking to them. If they want to buy, sure. If not, then okay. But you want to do those things and make it easy for people to buy from you. When
Mhm.
it's easy for them to buy from you, you're going to make money in your small business. You're going to be profitable.
That's one of the Bistic's rules. Make it easy for people to give you their money.
And you're going to
Mhm.
be profitable because you spend the time, you've done the work, you put in the time. Now your job is to be selling. Not
Mhm.
once in a blue moon. You need to sell every day. Every single day you need to sell. You need to set up a system to sell. Do mean you gotta stand up at the corner, and hey, but you need to sell every day. And we sell through content, we sell through going live, we sell through talking with people who will tell other people. We talk by just having the conversation around our product or services. We sell every day. We might make money every day, but we need to sell. We need to market and sell every day. That's your business. Every single business, drugstore, hospitals, they sell to you every day. They don't sell to you whenever. They sell to you every day.
Mm. They're there. They're open. That's for sure. That's for sure. Okay, we got some comments over here. Okay, so we had the Dr. Tachi's in the house. How you
Hi,
doing,
Doc.
Dr.? It's good to see you.
Hi, Doc. She gave
So,
us those great dances every week.
no, oh my God,
I enjoy them, Doc.
loving it.
Yeah.
So with that, we want to remind everybody, go to the front of your own line. Have a great day. Tomorrow is Thursday, and we will be talking with Robin Samizu about happy, healthy habits.
Mhm.
Dr. Tachi says she's so glad you're enjoying it. And then Anna has a comment here. She says something about get those apps that people want to use to pay you. Okay. All right. For instance, Square or Venmo
Stripe,
or Cash
Stripe,
App,
people.
whatever
Yeah.
it takes to take people's money in a smooth way.
Smooth way, smooth way. A woman was selling something the other day, and she said, "Okay, can I Venmo you the money?" And I hear the person says, "No, you can't Venmo me." And people were like, "What?" She just want to buy the earrings. Sell it to her.
Exactly, exactly. Oh my God.
Take
And
the
Anna
least
says
money.
use Venmo and PayPal. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so Coach, we just love it when you come because we always learn more about how to run a successful business that's fun to run
Exactly.
and how to take the hassle out of our
Out of
hustle.
hustle, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
indeed. So, with that, we want to thank you again for all that you do and for coming in here and sharing because we know you have a wealth of information. After 48 years in business, surely you have learned some things that you can share. So we thank you again for your expertise and your kindness to want to share with our audience. Guys, if you have not already done so, if you've not become a part of the Biz Chicks community, we would love for you to text Biz to 33777 and join the Biz Chicks Circle. We would love for you because in there you're going to be able to share information about what it is you do so that we can continue to support you in all your endeavors. So with that, I'm going to put the number up here. It's 33777. We want you to just text biz to that number and join. With that, I'm going to say bye bye and we'll see you tomorrow. We have one more comment. I don't want to go before I look at it. Let's see here. Where do you find Coach Caren? Online.
Yep. My business page. Everywhere. Profits and Daily.
Okay, so it's Coach Caren at Profits in Daily,
Mhm.
and she is a dynamic coach. So I highly recommend you follow her and that you contact her. With that, we're going to close it out and say thank you again for your time because we know you are running a profitable business that's fun to run.
Caren.
We'll see you tomorrow. Remember to go to the front of your own
Your
line.
own line.
Bye bye.